All right, what's going on, you guys? Nick here with Nick Strength and Power. So you guys requested a video on the pro wrestler named Rob Terry. So I wanted to do a video on this guy because I've actually met him 2 times. One time he actually came to my local gym and he was training because he was in town for something. And the other time he was at the Arnold Classic signing autographs. So I met him twice, once at the Arnold, once at my gym. And he's just as massive in person as he looks on screen on TV. So I definitely thought he was worthy of a video. So this first photo I'm going to show you guys is from a natural bodybuilding competition known as Muscle Mania. So he actually claimed to be natural in these photos. So we're not going to talk about his fake natty status. We're just going to talk about his physique overall, his wrestling career, and his bodybuilding career. So in 2006, he won this show known as the Muscle Mania. He became the heavyweight world champion, and by winning this show, he turned pro as a natural bodybuilder. So technically, to this day, he is a professional natural bodybuilder. In 2004, he also competed in Muscle Mania, where he placed third. In 2003, he competed in Muscle Mania also, and he placed first. In 2001, he competed in the NABA Mr. Universe, where he placed third. That's also a drug-tested federation. In 2000, he competed in 2 drug-tested federations. Both were British championships. In 1999, he also competed in NABA for the Junior Welsh Championships, where he won that show as well. And he also competed in the EFBB Junior Welsh Championships, where he won that show as well. Both of these were drug-tested shows. And in 1998, he still competed in NABA, where he won the Junior Welsh Championship in 1998. Again, a drug-tested show. So there's about 8 shows on this list that were all drug-tested. So he passed at least 8 drug tests, which is very impressive for a guy who's clearly not natural. But let's go ahead and look at his stats here. He is currently claiming to be 6'5". Obviously, we know that professional wrestling tends to exaggerate some statistics a little bit, so let's give or take an inch or 2 on some of these heights. So he's 6'5", 295 pounds, what he claims to be in professional wrestling condition. His best bench press, he claims, is a 1-rep max of 545 pounds, a 585-pound squat for 6 reps, and his 1-rep max on deadlift is 725. So none of these numbers really seem that unrealistic for his size and his weight. Those actually seem like pretty realistic numbers, so I do believe that those lifts are legitimate. In terms of professional wrestling, he's most well known for wrestling for TNA. TNA was kind of like the big rival to WWE for a while. But he did pretty well in TNA. He had the championship several times, I believe. So he was like a main contender. He was a main character on the show. So he was definitely a very well-known wrestler. He was definitely pretty famous. As you can see in these photos here of him in the ring, one of the things that I wanted to commend him for was the level of conditioning and size that he was able to bring week to week in the wrestling ring. I mean, a lot of people just write wrestling off as this fake, entertainment. But really, these wrestlers have to work very hard in the ring, do all kinds of, aerobic activity, just the level of athleticism it takes to throw these guys around in the ring, to run around in a ring for an hour, to jump off shit, and, to lift people up, to suplex people. This all takes an incredible amount of athleticism and strength and endurance, and people don't really realize that these wrestlers get injured all the time. It's really not easy for these guys to have, crazy physiques because they've got to eat a lot, they're tired, every single week they have to go out and perform. So I wanted to commend him for every single week. This guy is razor sharp. You never see this guy looking fat, looking flat, looking soggy, looking out of shape in the ring. He always looks good. So I wanted to commend him for that because it's really an impressive feat when you have to come out and perform every single week. To stay on that level of conditioning, it's not like a bodybuilding show where you just have to come out and flex for 5 minutes and then go backstage and you can eat. You got to go out there and perform for hours, and this is every single week, not just doing one bodybuilding show a year. So this guy has to stay in this crazy level of conditioning year-round, so I think that's very impressive. So I wanted to make a video about this guy, give him a shout-out, kind of show his physique to you guys that haven't seen it, because he is very impressive. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please give it a thumbs up. Nick Strength and Power, signing out.